What up? It's Jojo on the radio. Janet Jackson, the icon, the legend, Janet Jackson hanging out. Janet, I'm curious, when you guys check into hotels on tour, a lot of artists have these hotel aliases. So, when people, so you can have some privacy.
Right.
I'm not asking for your hotel alias.
Right.
I assume you do that, though, right?
Yes.
Give me if you have an old one that you don't use anymore. I would love to hear what you have used, what is an old hotel alias? Is it something ridiculous?
I think I used a Donamici or something like that was the last name that I used.
so like if it was Donamici.
Yeah,
that's
Donamici.
So funny.
Mr. Donamici.
So if somebody wanted to talk to you, they just call and say, "Hey, I need to talk to Donamici," and then they would patch you through to Donamici's room and you would answer.
Yes. Yeah.
But now you have a totally different one. Do fans normally figure these out, or have they figured them out in the past?
They've figured them out in the past. How they do it, I don't know, but they have.
That's kind of what fans are all about. They will figure out anything, man. Janet, I'm curious on just normal Janet Jackson things. If you don't mind me asking, when you're at the house, do you live in L.A. or is New York or L.A.? Are you back and forth?
At the moment I'm in London, but I have my place in New York.
Okay, so you're at your house in New York. Do you just like normal people click back and just watch TV, just like you'll hop on the couch and boom, watch TV?
Yeah.
Do you go to Whole Foods and things like that, or can you or whatever grocery store?
I've never been into a Whole Foods. We were talking the other day because Issa's been into Target, and I've never gone to Target, and he supposedly loves Target.
So he just took the keys to the car and just rolled up to Target?
Yeah.
Is it a bit is it tough for you to go to? I mean, look, let's be honest. You're kind of famous, Janet, and I would imagine that would cause a bit of a stir, or can you just go into a Target or whatever?
It really depends on where you go, how you go. I sometimes think when you're with security, it draws more attention, or the people that you go with, or how you dress, or you can't hide too much, you can't hide too little. Just right and just relax about the situation. And like I said, it depends upon where it is. You have your spots that you can frequent, where you're safe, you're cool, everybody's going to be fine. Paparazzi are not going to come around, no one's going to call. And then there are other places where you say, okay, I know it's going to be an issue here. Do I want to deal with it, or do I just want to pass for today?
That's why Asa went to Target by himself. Although he can drive pretty well.
Issa.
Right now. Yeah, Issa. I'm sorry, Issa. That's why Issa went to Target by himself. He just took the car, and there you go. He's got to do what he's got to do. All right, Janet Jackson's hanging out. Your catalog of songs is just insane. So I picked a few favorites here, and I'm going to toss the name of a song out, and just give me your first. Just what comes to mind when you hear the title of the song. Nasty.
Being in Minneapolis, with what, I was 18, 19 years old, and being harassed by these guys. That was the idea of this. That's where the idea of the song came from.
Control.
I would say shooting the video more so than anything. Shooting the video, being there with Paula, with Anthony, Thomas, with Jimmy and Terry and Jelly Bean and Jerome, and shooting that video. And my baby Puffy, my dog then, and with my mother from Good Times, Janae Dubois, in that video.
My favorite Janet Jackson song, Pleasure Principle. Which, by the way, your nephew Austin Brown, who I'm pretty tight with, he thinks that's your favorite video you ever shot. He might be wrong. That's what he told me.
I don't know if I have one favorite. I do like it very much, but I also love If, and I also love, there's a few. God Till It's Gone. There's a few. But the song, Pleasure Principle, what does it make me think of? I think shooting that video, because it was the first video that I did by myself, and it was only supposed to be, I think, a 2-day shoot, but I was really exhausted, so we had to go into a third day. And it was the last video we shot for the project.
Scream.
Mike.
Yeah.
How long the video took to shoot. It was only supposed to be like a 3-day shoot. It wound up being 7 days.
Wow. No kidding.
Yeah. Something like that.
Final one I'll toss at you. Black Cat.
Being on the Rhythm Nation tour. And that was the first video that I did that involved a live performance.
You guys, Janet Jackson's hanging out. Coming up next, going to play this new track. You got to hear the new music from Janet Jackson. Janet, new single we'll get to in a couple of seconds. Are we doing a new album too? What are we looking at album-wise?
It's a project. Everyone keeps saying an album. It's a project that's still in progress. I don't know if it'll be an album. I don't know if I'll just release singles. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I really want to do. But this song, that's the single I recorded over a year ago.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You and Daddy Yankee. What do people need to know about this track? You just told me you recorded it about a year ago, something like that?
Yes, I did. It's the song. It's about being in the now, in the moment. It's about love through music, through rhythm, through don't think about the past. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't think about yesterday. We're so consumed with not being in the now. Enjoy this very moment, what you're doing at this very moment, and enjoy that. You never know what tomorrow really holds. So be in that space and the love that you could spread and the good that you can do with that, being in that moment and spreading love.
Janet, I know we met a long time ago, but I want to show you something that I didn't have when we first met.
Okay.
See this tattoo right there?
Oh.
That is, big Michael fan. Love your brother. Captain EO tattoo right there.
Where's the EO?
See Captain EO right here?
Okay, yes.
See that? And of course the Michael logo with his feet right there.
Yes. That's cool.
I just
really cool. How long does it take to do that?
This tattoo, the Michael Jackson foot logo, that took about an hour, 45 minutes, an hour.
Well, that's not bad.
Captain EO tat, about a half hour, something like that, give or take. I think I need to add a Janet Jackson tattoo. So at some point, I want to have you sign something, a little note to me, and I'm gonna add your tat to this arm, if you don't mind. Is that crazy to even think? Or am I stupid? You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
I am. No, it's so funny. I see a lot of, whether it's my name or a photograph of myself or some of my own tattoos on a lot of people, a lot of fans. So it's not crazy to me.
Have you ever, do you have any tats?
Yeah, I do.
What do you got? Or can you say?
No, I can. I've got, no one's asked me that in a really long time. I've got this one from Velvet Rope. That's the Sankofa tribe, which is Sankofa Ashanti tribe, Ghana. I've got, which means, oh my gosh, my mind. It means before you're going to move forward, you have to deal with your past.
And that is the one on your wrist right there you're talking about?
Yes.
When's the last time you got a tat?
I don't know. But it's so funny? Everyone's been talking to me. They've been begging me to get another one on this tour. The kids, please, we're going to go get tats. Because we used to have those tattooing parties and piercing parties. And let's just get one more tat. Let's get a tat for this tour.
Are you fighting it? Are you trying to not, avoid it somehow?
Well, I like to keep them in places and spaces where I don't see them. So in order for me to see, I have to turn my wrist over.
Right. So no face tats or neck tats for you in the near future.
And I have some on the back of my neck, but see that I can't look in the mirror and just see that.
One of these days, I've got the bulk of these. I've got on the radio. We'll do it on the air for some crazy reason.
Really?
For example, when I got the Michael Jackson logo, your nephew Austin came in while I got it. So we do it on the air and got kind of, it's just, I don't know what it is. I think the reason I got it on the air is because I thought I would chicken out if I didn't do it on the air, and on the air I'm a little braver. So that's why I got that. But nonetheless, if you want to, Janet, let me know. We'll get a tattoo live on the air. Obviously, I'm a fan of you. I'm a fan of the Jackson family. I'm a fan of your brother, Michael. What can you tell me about Michael? I only met him one time at Neverland. I was in a cake fight with him. I was hosting a charity event, and he threw cake in my face. It was the greatest.
That's Mike. He loved having fun. He loved being silly. It was escapism for him. Always working, a hard worker. But he enjoyed having a lot of fun. So cake fight. I'm surprised you guys didn't pull out the water guns. Those huge ones. Did you?
No. What happened was I was it was Neverland '03, and we brought a cake on stage to sing happy or a birthday kind of thing to him. And I had the mic kind of in the background, and I said, he handed a piece of cake to a little girl in the crowd, people who had bought tickets for this charity event. And I said, oh, no, we're going to have a cake fight, kind of thinking I'm going to bait it to see if anything happens. And him and Nick Carter and Aaron Carter end up throwing cake at each other, and then a little chaos. And then Michael turns around, and he's staring at me, and he paused before he threw cake at me because he didn't know me. And I said, of course, I would say this. I said, hit me, Michael. And he goes, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And he hit me with cake, and then he took off after that, they took him to the main house, and I ended up, going to a different place to kind of clean up. But and my wife was in the audience there crying because she knew it was just a crazy big deal for me. That's my cake story. That sounds like something that describes Mike, I guess, right?
Yeah, he's very silly. He was very silly. Loved to have fun.
Well, that is Janet Jackson here. A new single. If you haven't heard the single yet, you guys get on this thing. It's called Made for Now, featuring Daddy Yankee. Maybe a new album coming soon. We don't know it. There's new music coming soon, one way or another. That's probably the best way to put it, right, Janet?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Crazy fan stories. I appreciate fans.
Yeah.
In particular, I love the stories, what I like to call crazy fan encounters.
Okay.
What is the wildest thing a fan has done to meet you? And I've seen some crazy stuff,
God.
like hiding in trash cans for One Direction, being lifted over or under fences for this and that person. Give me a good one here, Janet.
A guy sent me. he thought I should have his child.
Oh boy!
So he sent me a picture of himself with an erection.
Oh God, no!
And he sent me a jar of semen.
No, God, are you?
Yeah,
that's a true story.
That's a true story.
Oh my God! So do you get this? You call the police on this dude, or what do you do when something like that?
You get your security involved, and all of my guys are on the force or from the force or been DEAs, and so they get involved and they start doing their tracking and all that stuff with their machines or whatever it is that they do.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know what to say to that. That's next level ew. So
yeah, it is ew.
I'll put that in the ew file. Janet, what did we forget before you take off out of here? What do we talked about new music, tours rocking out. You love your kid loves you. Crazy fans fans can be crazy every now and then.
I don't know.
We're getting a tattoo someday, I guess, right?
They're pressuring me. We'll see what happens. They're still pressuring me, so we'll see.
All right, Janet, it's a real pleasure to have you on the countdown. Everybody's excited all around the country, all around the world. We love you. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you so much, and it's really good seeing you.
Good to see you. At the end of every interview, Janet, fist bump to make it official. Give me a little boom.